Hey guys, welcome to Kayfabe Preview. I'm Tony Potts. Joining me this week is to my right, Ben Poplin, and then Josh Hayes. We're going to be talking about the TLC pay-per-view coming up this weekend. It's WWE TLC. Guys, how exciting is this pay-per-view? It's the year-end show, getting ready for the road to WrestleMania.
It's very exciting. I was watching all the videos, all the storylines coming up last night. I was getting very excited about it, and I'm really excited about the Big Show Mark Henry match because it's two 300-plus pound guys, and they're just knocking the crap out of each other. So it's just going to be a great match to see. But all in all, TLC is going to be a great pay-per-view.
What's really unique about this pay-per-view, actually, Tony, is the fact that this is the first pay-per-view in a very, very long time that doesn't have John Cena on the card. And I know a lot of fans are excited about that, but it's really going to be interesting to see what they do with Cena because I'm really thinking WWE will not have a pay-per-view without him featured on there some way. Plus, we've also seen the return of Kane, and we don't know what type of involvement the new masked Kane is going to have at TLC.
Absolutely. So let's start first off with the Intercontinental Championship match. It is Georgia's own Cody Rhodes defending against Booker T, coming out of retirement, so to say. Booker's first match since his TNA days. What do you guys see?
I'm pretty glad to see Booker T back in the ring because I can't stand listening to him commentate because he really doesn't know what he's doing. But it's great to see him. I'm looking forward to some spinneroonies, some Harlem Shakedowns, all of his great moves, and I hope he puts Cody Rhodes in his place because he just whines a lot. And as Booker T was commenting on Raw, he uses that face mask as a weapon, and that's just a weak way to go out.
Personally, I am a fan of Booker T's commentary, but also he is a former Intercontinental Champion. We need to remember that, but that was back in 2003. And we know, as you said, he hasn't really had any action since TNA, so there's going to be some rust there. Meanwhile, Cody Rhodes has been on fire in 2011 and seen his career just skyrocket, so I'm going to go with Cody Rhodes for that for sure.
Absolutely. Wibble wabble, shabba shabba. We're going to have a great babalooey of a match to kind of quote Booker T on that one. Booker T, I think, is being used to elevate Cody Rhodes a little bit. I think Cody's your new heel face of WWE. Him and Ziggles, Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, yeah.
I really think Cody Rhodes has really stepped up his match at WrestleMania with Rey Mysterio this year. Really elevated his talent. I really think Cody Rhodes is going to be elevated. We'll see where the feud goes after here. I think they'll probably have another match at the Rumble, but I think Cody, the heel, is going to go on this one. Moving along, you've got the tables match, Randy Orton and Wade Barrett. I'll be honest with you, I'm not very excited about seeing this one personally.
Oh, really? Well, I love Randy Orton because he's the Viper. You know, he will strike you at any moment in the ring. And, you know, Wade Barrett's been picking on him stalking him basically for the past couple of weeks and months. So I hope he gets his, and I like Randy Orton personally. And Wade Barrett has climbed the ladder, though. He formed 2 organizations already, and now he's the Barrett Barrage all by himself. But I really hope Randy Orton takes this.
Personally, I've been kind of getting bored with Randy Orton because he seems to be, I think he's right under Cena as somebody who's kind of had the same gimmick for a while now, and he's kind of gotten stale on us. So, meanwhile, Wade Barrett, as he said, he's had the Barrett Barrage, as he says in that Manchester accent. He's really been sticking out to me lately, so I'm going to go with Barrett to pull an upset here.
I think I'm going to go with Barrett with the upset, too. Again, they used this December pay-per-view to really lead into the Rumble, kind of close a lot of feuds and start a lot of other feuds for the road to WrestleMania. I think Barrett takes this one as well. And then, of course, you've got the U.S. title match. You've got the prototype of the internet sensation, Zack Ryder, going up against Dolph Ziggler in what I think is probably 2 of the most talented wrestlers on the roster up and coming. Ben, if you will.
Absolutely. I mean, they're 2 of the youngest talents. They're both up and coming, and you know, I really don't like Zack Ryder though because he had to invent his own, as Josh just did, the Internet Championship. I mean, I really hope he gets his championship, but the fact that John Cena had to forfeit his WWE title shot to give to Zack Ryder, but Dolph Ziggler's been really unstoppable in WWE right now, so I still think...
Vicky Guerrero's hot. I don't care what you say. Don't care what you say.
You hear that voice, though? That voice is just so squeaky. Yeah, I think Dolph Ziggler still stay out on top, and Zack Ryder just continue to lose.
Well, about Zack Ryder, I want to say WWE gave him nothing except a Guido gimmick. Everything else about Zack Ryder that you see nowadays was created by him on Twitter, on YouTube, on Facebook.
He's the Twitter
he has
phenomenon.
Engaged social media, and I would go as far as to say that WWE engaging Twitter nowadays is thanks to stuff like Zack Ryder. With that said, as far as the match goes, Dolph Ziggler is completely unstoppable in the ring. Yep. He's been wrestling 2 matches at the past few pay-per-views, so I don't necessarily see Zack Ryder beating him if it comes down to actual in-ring competition. But with that said, Zack Ryder has been building momentum, so he could pull it up. I'm still going to go with Dolph Ziggler, though.
You know, I'm going to have to go ahead.
The way that you mentioned John Cena, maybe John Cena comes out and helps his buddy Zack Ryder out in that match again. Like, who knows?
John Cena does have an investment in Zack Ryder's career.
He may, yeah. He's his broski, as I read. So we'll see. Maybe he'll get some input in that match.
You know, I think after the couple losses that Zack Ryder's faced, I think it's time to put the strap on Ryder. I think Ryder gets it. Woo, woo, woo. Take care, spike your hair. I think Ryder takes that one. Triple H and Nash. Sledgehammer on the pole. This is about as bad as Judy Bagwell on a pole match. I mean, I'm just not excited about this one, folks.
It's a heavyweight battle, you know. Kevin Nash comes back from TNA, dyes his hair black. He's Big Daddy Diesel all over again. Too sexy, and he's got the horns and everything. But it's going to be a great match. Triple A is the COO of WWE, so he's going to defend that honor. And I don't know who's going to win this one. I want to say Triple H will, just because he's more in better shape. But Kevin Nash has got a lot of grief and a lot of anger because he thought Triple H was his friend. So it'll be great to see. But I guess I'll say Triple H comes out on top of this one.
What's unfortunate is I grew up a huge fan of both of these guys.
Yeah.
But if you remember a long time ago when Steve Austin was in ECW, he joked about a bottle of Geritol on a pole match. And that's kind of what this match seems like to me. You have the sledgehammer right there, but really, like, these guys are both past their prime. I know we know Triple H. He had a tag match with CM Punk a couple of months ago, and he just looked like he was huffing and puffing in there. And Kevin Nash, he hasn't really been the same since he tore his quad back in '03. So, I mean, it's really a toss-up what we see here. But as far as predictions go, Triple H deserves to win this one because he has more longevity than Nash.
Absolutely.
When you're sleeping with the boss's daughter, you get the wins at pay-per-views. Triple H takes the top on this one. Heavyweight Championship, Mark Henry and Big Show. For like the 15th straight pay-per-view.
I'm still waiting to see the buffet match between those two.
Yeah, absolutely. They can put some food away. They got to reinforce that ring. They have to reinforce that ring. Because I watched that video of them breaking the ring at least 5 times. It still amazes me. But, you know, they've had a few the past couple of pay-per-views. SmackDown, Raw, SummerSlam, Vengeance. It's just going to come down to a halt right here. And they may actually carry it over to the Rumble. But I think Mark Henry's going to get his because he's been picking on Big Show. And Big Show just really... he's pissed off, so I think Big Show will take this one.
I think it's kind of like we talked about Zack Ryder. Big Show will not stop going for that belt. And we've seen when they get in the ring and have a face-off, he can beat up Mark Henry. And when you throw chairs into the equation, I just think there's no way Big Show's going to go down. The fact Mark Henry is the smaller guy in this match.
You know, I'm going to go with the dirt sheets on this one. I think Mark Henry's heading to a face turn. I think his days of the House of, or what is that?
The Hall of Pain
is over. I think Henry's going to loose the strap and head for a face turn toward the Royal Rumble.
He's also favoring that left leg. Big Show.
I'm going with Big Show on this one. Finally, the main event of the evening. It's a TLC match for the World Heavyweight Championship. You've got CM Punk. You've got God, I cannot believe CM Punk, The Miz, and of course. The Ricky Ricardo of the group, Alberto Del Rio. What do you think?
There's so much personality in that ring, so many egos, all 3 of them. The Miz never shuts up. CM Punk, he thinks he reigns over everybody now, and Alberto Del Rio he's a joke, but it'll be a great match. CM Punk has had a really good run here in the championship. He's held on to it for quite some time. This is his 2nd time as a champion, so I don't know. I think the Miz pulls out though. I think he wins this one.
Well, we've got a really interesting clash of people. We got the Miz, who in my opinion is not the most talented in-ring wrestler, but fantastic on the mic. Then we have Del Rio, who in my opinion is a fantastic wrestler, but nobody can really understand what he's saying. Then you've got Punk, who is a great technical wrestler from the Indies and a great guy on the mic. 2011 has been his year.
Absolutely.
As we saw in the Slammies, he was voted Superstar of the Year, and I think justifiably so. And I think his momentum is not ready to stop right now. I think CM Punk's going to pull this one out.
You know, I agree with you. I think Punk's heading toward WrestleMania with a main event with Chris Jericho. If you haven't heard that one yet,
we've been seeing signs of it.
Jericho could possibly be coming back as the guy that's returning on January. What is it, January 2nd or 3rd?
January 2nd, yeah.
I see a Punk and Chris Jericho for the heavyweight championship coming up for WrestleMania.
That'd be a great match.
So I see Punk hanging on the title. However, my heart, you know, if it was up to me, the Miz gets the belt. Any guy that dates Marie Soulé in real life is a winner in my book.
Can't argue with that.
So no matter what happens, I think the Miz is going to walk out the winner at TLC.
The reason he's good on the mic is he started on The Real World on MTV.
That's true.
So I mean, he's a phenomenal athlete and a reality star. So he's great in front of the camera for sure. He's got that personality factor.
Well, guys, I got to go order my pay-per-view. Last comments.
TLC. Order it if you haven't.
Yeah, it's going to be a great show. Sunday night.
I think it's a great way to close out the year.
will John Cena show up?